Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another Logging from Scratch episode. Last time we were playing, I can't remember what we were doing. I think we just cut up a bunch of the longs that we had here, and we made them into some shorter pieces. So today, I was thinking maybe we should continue our little road excursion project that we're building. So we got this sketchy little road here. Now, what we want to do is I want to continue cutting along, and we want to kind of match it up with this road over here. So I'm going to stand back here. We're going to go play with our little, I think it's in the store. Here we go. Start landscaping. Here we go. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to basically connect this road up here with this one. So I was thinking about dropping down a little bit to give ourselves a bit of swing. So let's try to see what we can accomplish here. Oh, it clears my stuff out by doing that. I didn't know that. So we're going to go like this. That looks good. Build ourselves a little miniature landing. It's not exactly super straight, but that's alright. Level this out. Oh man, our road's not looking too great here. Let's see here. That'll be good enough. It's in better shape than it was anyway. There we go. Level it out. Then we want to... Oh, can't be modified here. Wonder why. Too close to trees, probably. Oops. Let's see if we can build kind of an upper shot here. It's a lot of work playing with these landscaping tools just to get it right. It's kind of like mapping. I wish the land would adhere a little straighter instead of these, like, you get these sharp pixely edges and stuff. Ugh, that drives me nuts. Doesn't look very good either. So let's start to conform our hill a bit. And maybe instead of going straight up, like I said, I think we're going to hug this mountainside a bit. Because what I would really like to do... Actually, we could probably do that right now if I can get my thing to stay even here. I might actually build a yarding spot right here. We could do that if we wanted. See if we can level this out a bit. Oh, I want to bring that up so it's even. There we go. My idea was to cut down and then pull everything up to the landing here so we can process it. I'm just trying to see what the best way to do that would be. Let's see if I can lower this down here. I just want it all even so I have lots of room here. It's probably costing me a lot of money to do this, isn't it? Just watching my money just to plummet into the ground. Plummet. It's trying to plummet me mini. Okay. So I was thinking of like setting the yarder up even like right here. Dragging it up here and then processing it somewhere. Probably into shorts. Or we can drag it out too, I guess. Except I don't know how well the yarder works in conjunction with the line skidder. So we may need to do something there. So let's just leave this. Let's just leave this whole area over here. Just clear all that out. Pretend that road doesn't exist. Because we're making a new road through here. And then we'll have to go through and plow it with the old dozer. I can't really fix any of that, eh? Can I raise this up more? Let's try that. It's because that stupid stump right there. I wish you could edit it with the stumps, but I guess they don't want you to see the glitchiness under there, so I get that. I get it. And can we... This terrain cannot be modified here. I think I'm too close to trees. Or something. Okay, well, let's maybe plow that out, because I think we did our part. So let's see here. So we kind of cut through here. And we'll drive our little road down here. And this could be a landing, totally. So what we might do is take that buncher. Sorry, I got stuff all over my mouse pad here. Take that buncher down there and just drop cut all that stuff. And we'll just zing it up here with the yarder. That could be fun. Could be. So let's get our dozer. We're going to keep plowing here for a little bit. Get this whole landing all squared away. And then after the landing is squared away, then we can bring up the yarder. And then I'm thinking with the buncher, I'll have to backtrack that buncher down and go down this way, I think. I think that's the only way to really get that up there. Or I could just try to drop down the cliff, I guess. This might be a little bit uglier of a trip. There we go. Whoop. Oops. Get a little free plow there. Or if the blade touches down, it's like, yeah. Here we go. Alright. Okay, so let's go right here. And we're going to turn on plowing. I think that turned on plowing, did it not? Yeah, it did. Okay, so let's drop it down. I'm going to kind of plow through all of this here. Whoops. A little sketchy. We're getting her. So I'm going to plow this whole edge right off. Oops. There we go. I mean, if we're going to plow it, might as well plow it all, right? That's what I figure. Is that thing lowered? Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a dangerous situation. Let's see if we can recover from that. Plowing on the edge, son. I don't know how we're going to get that out of there. Uh-oh. Oh, dear God. This is bad. Can we raise that blade up? Oh, there we go. Oh, jeez. That's what you get for having those wacky angles, eh? Alright, let's just plow this whole area right out. There we go. I might totally make a plow that just doesn't have a doesn't have physics on the blade, so that we can just use it as a plow tool only. That might be cool. And then have a blade separate for actual physical pushing. These things do not work well in this terrain with those physics. Just brutal. Just kind of connect this road up here. That looks good. Okay, let's finish off this area now that we've cleared out the worst parts of it. I think we should be able to clean her up pretty good here now. Beauty. Okay. Yeah, and then I think this will be like our little landing that we'll have some fun with. And I don't really know. I haven't done a lot of yarding, so I'm not sure what the best setup is, but I know you need somewhat of a base landing like this, overlooking the edge, and then you just can drag everything up. But I think it'll be fun to experiment, see what we can come up with. And then we get to continue on our little weird road that we're building over here. So then we're going to go like this, because then the road's going to veer off in this direction. Oops. And go straight through here. Cool. So I'm actually just going to leave this parked here for now to be the end of our route. Okay. So yeah, that's a severely steep cliff, so I think only a yarder would be able to pull stuff up this. So I think it'll be fun. We can put that there, I guess. Well, maybe we should just buy the yarder. Let's go pick it up. Bring it up here. Set it up. See how she reacts before we start cutting. Okay, here we go. The Yarder Pro 550. I need a... Oh, I'll just take the low bed up here. There we go. Go get it. Go get that yarder. Now, this yarder kind of has some hang-ups, I think, when you have another winch, winchable object nearby. So if I have the winch dozer, I think the other one has a little bit of a hang-up being close to it. So you can have, I was looking at the script, and it looks like 50Kata, who made the winch script, has made it so you can choose from multiple active winches. Now, I haven't really tested it very much, but apparently you can switch between them to use them for different things. So, I'll have to give that a shot. Oops. Right after I stop drinking and driving, we'll be good. Because if not, we'll have to sell the dozer to get the yarder working. Which I'm hoping isn't the case, but it could happen. It's pretty unpredictable sometimes with this these physics and this game. Alright, so let's go pick up the big monster here. It's actually not that big. I wanted to make the crane a little bit higher, but if you go any higher, it starts to just tip the machine when you're doing yarding, and it's just not pleasant. Alright, so here we go. Look. Alright, I'll hop in this bad boy. So this is the Yarder Pro. It's based off of the Medill body. Just decided to go with a blue and white scheme. And a big old tower with a winch on the top. Now this is a different type of yarder than my last one from 2017 that I was playing with. Because that one I actually built like a yarder car that would go flying down the hill. Problem with that one, like it was neat and all, but the problem with that one was the car needed to be, like the line needed to be supported. So in real life on a yarder, there's the tie-off to the end where you actually are pulling the logs up from. So you have the main yarder like we're looking at now with the top, and that thing, the yarder basically gets tied off to the ground, or it sits there with its own weight. And then at the very end of that line, it hooks to a tree or a stump or a rock or another machine or whatever you happen to be hooking it to. And then that line is nice and taut so that you can run a car back and forth between them and pull the logs up with that tension from one end to the other. Now, the problem with the one I had in 2017 was, sure, the car worked great and everything, and you could raise the line to wherever you wanted, but there was no tension at the other end. There was no tension at all. So what would happen is you get a load onto the car, and it would basically tip the machine right over on its front because there's no support on the other end. So to counter that, I made this weird little like pre-car that you could send out ahead, and basically that would act as the winch end, so it would support all the weight on it. But yeah, it was just really glitchy, and it didn't work super well. Glitchy. So did my best to correct that, and I ended up giving up on it because it was just such a glitchy mess, and I think a lot of people were sending me messages asking me why certain things didn't work, and my answer was because it's broken, because it's not great. So anyway, that thing kind of died in the dust, and this one's different. We made this one without a car. We just made it with a hook winch attachment line on it. I wonder what the best method to get this there is. To back it out, probably. I'm going to try backing it down this road. Because I know I'm not going to be able to turn around even in that landing with this thing. It's too long. Too long. I actually loaded that incorrectly too. Technically, what you should be doing is backing it up, like as close to the ass end of the thing you can get, without hitting it, and then you should be lowering the actual crane arm so that it sits like that. That's actually how it should be loaded. But maybe it'll make a good picture here. Let's see. Maybe it won't make a good picture. Let's try a couple angles here. Let's grab that one. I don't like that so much. Let's try that angle, which is a questionable angle, and we'll try this one too, just for lols. All right, so let's hop in. We're gonna back this guy up. I'm gonna lock it down again because I have a feeling it's gonna be a little iffy here. Oops, got a log sticking out there. All right. Now, backing up ain't what it used to be because these trucks turn so slowly for their front ends now. Oh, it's lifting me up. Oh, no, it's too heavy. Hang in there. You can do it. All right, close enough. Hey, let's just walk it. I could do this all day. This is bad. All right. Let's walk it back. And then you raise your tower up too. Oh, we got to raise the tower. There we go. That's nice. Okay, let's actually just get rid of this truck here, because we're not going to need to... Not going to be using this anymore. Not for a bit. Just kind of whip it through here. Go up on top. We're just going to chuck it in here. Just so it's kind of out of the way. There we go. Beauty. I'm just gonna tab to it because that's a long walk, and we don't want this logger getting skinny or anything. Gotta sit in our machine here. I guess we don't need to do it backwards. We can walk on our front rollers proper. Oh, a little bit of a walk here, but not too bad. This machine does move well, it's technically the same speed as the other ones, but because of its weight, if you get anything hilly, it does go a bit slower. Because I did increase the weight quite significantly over the other machines. Because it's got to haul a lot more logs than a lot of the other stuff, so gotta be careful with it. So let's see if we can get this over there. And I think what I'll do is I'm actually going to bring the buncher down this episode too. Well, I only got probably another 5 minutes, but we'll get it on its path. I think I'm actually going to go down right there, because that's actually a good drop down there. Oops, as I drive it off the side of the cliff here. Oops. In real life, this thing probably would have just broken off the cliff and went... So my thought was to... Oh, it's stuck on something there. My thought was to put it about here. I mean, technically what we could do is we could park a processor up here too and process it as we pull it up. That's possible. So let's try to get an idea here. So there's those logs right there just sitting there. So what we could do is use this as the pull zone. But we want to be able to bring them up a decent way, decent ways up, because it's got to be able to basically... I got to be able to pull it that distance, so the logs will be sitting at the tip of this, and then I got to be able to drag them up here long enough to have a processor grab them and process them. And if the processor's going right to left, then I can park the processor on the other side. Okay, so let's not bend the buncher down. Let's grab the processor. Processor's done up here anyway. We've done our time, so let's go for a little hike. Yeah, change it up. We've been using this landing for the whole series, so let's leave this landing. We'll clean the rest of this up and throw it on that new medium-length truck. Maybe the next episode or something. But hey, it takes time to set everything up and get it all working, so you guys will just have to bear with me. Now, what I would really like to do to test things out is what happens if I bring up a whole load of wood. Like, what I would like to do is bring up the wood with the yarder and have it sitting there on an angle where if you let go, it'll go down the cliff, but not entirely. You always see that in, like, episodes of Axemen or places where the yarding is. The yarder will bring it up kind of halfway up the cliff, and then the processor will start grabbing the logs. So I want to know what happens if I cut into one of those logs with the chain still attached. Does it detach all of them? Does it detach the one? Does it detach any of it? Does it crash the game? I don't know. We're going to have to find out. This one's a little more agile. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it seems to move a little quicker. Although the speed says it's the same, it doesn't slow down on the hills like the other one does. It just kind of guns it. Just because it's so light. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to park this bad boy right on the edge here. And we'll have to cut shorts. And I mean, maybe we'll load from the back. Maybe we'll... What I was thinking is I need to build a single cab pickup logging truck with a single bunk on the back. I might do that with the Kenworth just for fun, just to change things up, so that you can bring a little truck in this area and load it up and still get it out of here. So, like, somewhere probably back this way a bit. What we'll do is just park this thing back here for now. And then move it up once we get a load so we can see where we'll be working. And then what I want to do is pile all the wood in here And then eventually we'll bring that loader down too. Or we could load it with a crane. Get really trippy if we want to do something weird. Just grab them all from the middle and load them onto the truck. That'd be kind of fun. Maybe we'll try that. Whoa, hey, look at this glitchy ground. What's that all about? I don't think this game is prepared for what we've done with this cliff edge. What have you done? All right, anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. So if you guys liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe. And if you're in the bush, don't forget to hug a tree. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.